Here it's me again. Well, I got good news and bad news for you. First, the bad news there. I'm not going to be able to go to that Beerfest this year. Yeah, that's the bad news. The good news is now there'll be an extra ticket for somebody else that wants to go. But the reason I can't go is last year, he says, hey, there's this guy in concert. Yeah, I'd really like to go see this concert. And I said, okay, get tickets, let's go. And then she told me when the concert was June 8th. I said, June 8th? Well, that's the Beerfest. And she said, well, we got tickets to the concert. And I said, well, who are we going to see there? And she goes, Paul McCartney. Well, I got kind of excited there a little bit because I don't know if you know this or not, but Paul McCartney, he was in a famous band back there in the 70s. Well, they had lots of hits. Yeah, he's in this band called Wings. And they had these are called CDs. And he had this CD, they got hit songs like Band on the Run, they had Jet, Hell on Wheels, and they had a bunch of other ones. So we're going to go see Paul McCartney. But the most exciting thing about it is the fact that, that's right, it's going to be in Lambeau Field. There's something about it when you go into Lambeau Field and you see the statue of Curly and Vince there, and I get chills down my spine there. And then you go inside and you see all the players' names that have been retired with their numbers and stuff, and then I just hope he realizes how lucky he is to play in Lambeau Field. Not everybody gets to play in there, so he's one lucky guy. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about that Beerfest. If you want to go there, the ticket that I would have bought, somebody else could have. When people say, what is this Beerfest? Well, it's a fest about beer, so they call it Beerfest. Anyways, you walk in there, and they had these two giant tents set up. Oh, before you get in there, though, they'll give you a glass just like this one. It says Up North Beerfest, and they'll give you this glass, and you walk in there, and they got these two big tents, as I say, in there, and they must have, 15 beer vendors in each one, and each got like 3 or 4 beers, and so you walk around with your glass, and you say, whoa, that's a good, for demonstration purposes here, I'll be playing both the beer vendor and the consumer. Anyways, you go, oh, there's a beer, I'll try that one. So the guy goes, okay. So he'll pop the beer open for you, and then he'll pour just a little bit of your glass. That's about all you'll get. And then he'll give it to you. You go like, whoa, that looks pretty good beer. Oh, it's got a nice aroma to it. And then you'll just take a little sip. And you go, say, that beer's not too bad there. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I think I'll go try another one. Oh, you'll see these people there. They'll be wearing pretzels around their neck. Don't get these kind of pretzels because they don't hang very good. What you got to do is you get a pretzel necklace like this. And then what you do after you drink a beer, you have a pretzel. Because it's supposed to cleanse your palate. But to be honest with you, dear, these pretzels make me thirsty. Not that there's anything wrong with that, But anyway, so then you go up to the next beer vendor guy and you say, hey, let me try some of that beer. And he'll go, okay. He'll give you about this much beer in a glass. And then you go like, oh yeah, ooh, that smells different there, and you take a little sip. And you go like, oh gee, this beer tastes like crap. But you don't tell that guy that, but he'll say, well, what do you think about it? And you say, well, it's got an unusual taste to it. I guess I could get used to it. But then they'll have these big buckets there that you can just dump the beer in if you want to, or you can throw it on the ground. But for our purposes here, I'm going to finish this one. Then you go on to the next one. Then all of a sudden you go there and the guy goes, I can't believe it. They got ice cold Lineys. And you go like, well, I have one of those beers. And that guy will say, okay, bring your glass up here. And I say to him, well, I brought my own glass for this one there, so just pour a little bit of that beer in that glass for me there. Don't you keep it going there, Sparky. Don't worry about it there. Oh, that looks good. Let me give it a little try for you, buddy. Say, I think we got a winner there. That's pretty good. Well, you guys have fun at that Beerfest if you go, because I'll be at the concert. Gee, I wonder if that Paul McCartney dude will let me come up on stage so he can sign my ID, or my CD. I guess I had a little bit too much lineys there. Have a great day, everyone.